Thank you so much. Honorable Shri Jagdambika Pal sir, our Honorable Chairman for Parliamentary Standing Committee on Energy. We have been interacting with sir quite often because sir is so active, as you might have just judged from his address. He not only covered the renewable sector, but I think he covered the entire power sector, including the distribution, transmission, everything. Thank you, sir, for all the information you have shared with the gathering. Other dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me give a very warm welcome to all of you from Solar Energy Corporation of India, the company which I represent. And thanks to the Solar Power Congress organized by ETEnergyWorld for giving me this privilege to come at this podium where we have a good gathering of experts and the thought leaders and who would be deliberating on a very critical aspect of renewable energy sector in India through the day as the discussions progress. So my wishes for all the coming sessions also. And I know and I'm hope that these sessions will be very useful for all the participants. It's my duty to give a brief intro about my organization, Solar Energy Corporation of India, as it is known as SECI. You might be aware. SECI was incorporated in 2011, and in this journey of over a decade, I would love to believe that we have created a niche for ourselves in the renewable energy sector in the country. This was the first PSU which was formed for carrying out initially the solar mission, National Solar Mission, but subsequently as we move forward, as the journey started, other renewable energy sources were also added to our portfolio like wind or small hydro or waste to energy. And in this decade, we have been able to establish ourselves as the biggest RE trader in the country. This year we have crossed almost 32,000 million units turnover till date. We have been able to give 56 gigawatts of capacity awards, inviting almost roughly more than $3 billion investments in the sector. I am happy to share that every sixth plant in country is under the SECI tenders related to SECI, and I sincerely wish and we will be working towards that goal that maybe in next 5 years our share should go to almost 1/3 in the country. But thank you, sir. But for any organization to grow as we moved, as it's a commercial sector, it's a commercial organization. So as for any organization to grow effectively and substantially and maybe exponentially, it is very necessary to diversify. So SECI realized this necessity almost few years back, and we have been able to bring out quite diversified products in the market, which most of you I think might be aware. Because pure vanilla, pure wind probably might not suit the requirement of that market. And as Nina has already said earlier, that the market depends on the demand or the consumers, the choice of consumers. So according to that, we have already created some new products, innovative products, like first there was a hybrid tender, then there were peak power tenders, then there were round-the-clock tenders. And India has already been poised as the fastest growing economy, and we are recently been christened as the 5th largest economy in the world. So our energy demand is definitely going to increase exponentially, and that will need different kind of products definitely. So realizing that, we are also sure that we will be able to provide the market newer and newer products, but of course with your support, because we only make the product and throw it to the market. But ultimately, you are the people who get that shape, you install that energy. So SECI is nothing without you. We just give the ideas and we just work out some models, but ultimately they all are implemented by the private players. So it's growth, it's a journey where both of us are growing together. Speaking about the diversification, we have already, for intermittency, as my earlier speakers have also said, that for getting more and more solar into the system, solar alone cannot be into the system to a very large scale. Of course, in the daytime, we all know it's possible. So, keeping the solar even in the night, let the sun shine even in the night, that needs storage. And towards realizing that, we have already, SECI was the first one at that time probably to bring out the world's largest energy storage standard, which was 1000 megawatt hours, that has been successfully concluded. And in this year's budget, sir, with the government support, more VGF is coming, so we will be coming out with more 4 gigawatt tenders of battery storage. So that is one area where we are working. Green hydrogen, as earlier speakers said, and as we all know that green hydrogen is the word in the renewable energy sector nowadays. But that will definitely need a very robust and very stable kind of power supply. Very good quality power green hydrogen manufacturing will need. And RE will make almost 60 to 70% of the cost of green hydrogen. So there comes the role of renewable energy providers, there comes the role of all of you to make that green hydrogen mission also successful. And SECI, we are already in talk with the consumers, where the fertilizer sector, the refineries, to begin with, then the steel, then the cement, the hard to abate sectors. So we are working on that, and we are coming out with the ministry, with MNRE. We are now, guidelines are almost in the final stages. Our tender is also under the preparation. So I hope that very shortly we will be able to come out with the green hydrogen aggregation tender as well. Sir, as you have rightly said that India's commitment towards 2070 net zero is definitely moving in the right direction. And before that, we have one interim milestone, that is 2030, the 500 gigawatts of non-fossil fuel energy. So as we embark upon this journey to achieve all these targets, I'm very sure the industry has a very good future, because as my friend has earlier said, that the biggest strength of India is its people. So she has already said what we already know. So in that direction, we are all very sure that India is definitely going to be, and I would not say going to be, probably it is one of the most choicest destination for all the green funds across the globe. So we do see a very good investment coming in India in the renewable energy sector. Now the need of the hour is only to evolve the market, to stabilize the market, and to make the products which suit the consumer's demand. Having said that, industry is only one side of the coin. The other is the citizens. So any journey of this net zero 2070 will be possible only with the collaborative efforts of the government, the industry, and the people of India. Realizing that, and in the true spirit of life, our mission, our theme in the COP27 by our government is life, which plans to engage all the citizens also. So renewable energy is going to play a very important role in the day-to-day life of the citizens of India. And it is must, because every citizen, he or she, they need to understand the need to be more closer to the environment. Because we do not have any backup planet with us. This is only planet we have. So there is no backup with us, so we need to save the planet. I think the right moves have been taken. We are moving in the right direction. Government is working very hard to sort out the issues. There are some issues which are not in our control. I heard that ABCD, A for LLM, B for BCD. So these are definitely the issues. And not only, sir, COVID, as everybody knows, COVID had delayed pushed the word back maybe many more steps. We have been able to take some steps, but then this other global phenomena occurred. So all these shocks have given, and I think in that scope, I think solar industry suffered a little bit more, because of the supply chain shocks. With the PLI schemes which the government has launched, the first tranche is over, second is already, tender is out, and it will be just allocating in very future. With these PLI schemes, we should be able to have a robust domestic supply chain for solar modules, so that it saves us from any such future shocks, which saves us from our dependency on the imports. So all these right direction steps are being taken in the right direction. One important role which SECI also plays, which I really feel very proud of, is that we are the connect between probably industry and the ministry. So we discuss with the industry, and in all our fairness, in all our good efforts, we do try to take your view, your issues to the ministry and present your viewpoint to the ministry. And MNRE and SECI are in constant discussion, and constantly we are trying to evolve and making the industry and the policies more flexible and more suitable to the environment, and to create an environment where the industry grows. I will not take much time because other speakers are also there to address you. So at the end, I would just like to thank ETEnergyWorld and the Solar Power Congress for giving me this opportunity. And I do invite all of you to please engage with SECI for giving your ideas how we can move forward together. So please do engage with us, connect to us, discuss with us whatever improvements or suggestions or ideas you have, you want to share with us. And with such great panelists in the store, I believe that the sessions in the day are definitely going to be, looks like very promising. So with these words, I give my good wishes for the future day panels and discussions. And thank you so much again. Thank you so much.